A little after 10 o'clock on October 5th, completing my first day here at California Rehab Institute. A day of many firsts. I started out with physical therapy in the morning. They got me up in a wheelchair and they said, we want you out of bed as much as you can most of the day. For me, it's like, what? I've been in bed for 5 weeks. How's that even possible? So got up in a chair that was a special chair to sort of tilt back at different times for pressure relief and things like that. And I sat in a chair for 4 hours through lunch, and OT came around 1:30, and so it was really amazing to remain seated for an extended period of time and have nothing particularly to do, but just sit up. I was able to unpack a bag. Oh, excuse me. I was able to unpack a bag, setting up my altar the best that I could. I was able to put everything on the close corner of the table because I couldn't reach any farther, but it's steps. Occupational therapy was good, and got my sort of review from the attending doctor, physician here, who's a spinal cord expert, and just kind of gauging where I am and what to expect, and kind of like what I talked with the OT person. My goals of rehabilitation are simply to keep going until I'm walking again. It's very simple. And they understand that. And there's also the macro and the micro, because there is the immediate, because we don't know how long that will be. And in the immediate, I need to learn how to operate a wheelchair in a shower, or learn how to have bowel control, considering I can't feel anything below my legs. So things like that. So on another day of firsts, this is the first time I've ever recorded a video sitting over a bedpan. My evening has been filled with enemas and suppositories, and me relax. Oh my. One of the fun things they don't tell you about with spinal cord injuries, when you are impacted below the stomach, it affects your bladder and your sphincter and bowels and everything, and so a lot of stuff backed up. We're trying to get cleared out, which would be amazing, because my stomach feels very hard, and there's plenty of other things to work on this recovery. We don't need to be filled with gook in my stomach, so we'll see how that goes. In that, a lot of positivity, and then still a lot of confidence and faith and trust and knowing. And then you have that moment when I'm lying on my side, 10 o'clock at night, exposed to the world, and I have a couple of men sticking things into my rear that I can't feel, and talking about how they need to put out extra padding in case it splatters and smears, and not the most fun talk, but it's real, and when I think about what I'm capable of doing in this recovery, and walking and working out, and being back with my family, and the light and the love they don't tell you about when you're sideways face down with a couple strangers trying to get poop out of your rectum, and it's not a high point, but I think the important thing is to not make it a low point. It's just what it is. It's part of the experience. And so I'm experiencing it. And now we sit and we wait and we pray and we push and we coax and we try to alleviate, just like with the mind, wanting to have mental clarity and clearness, such as the same with the body. Just to have clarity and clearness, regardless of how my evening session goes. It's been a fantastic day. A day of progress, a day of independence, a day of moving forward, a day of seeing the future. It's been a day. I get to have a day, which in and of itself is amazing. If things had gone different 5 weeks ago, a few, inches here or there,